Are you tired of all the yelling and arguments at home? Do family disagreements feel like constant battles, leaving everyone drained? This is the video where we give you the tools to stop the yelling and interrupt conflict before it spirals out of control. This video will equip you with practical strategies to transform your family dynamics, starting today. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. We are a team of parents with over 80 years of combined experience. We personally research and vet material, sharing the most relevant information based on our practical knowledge as parents. Last time, in part 1 of our Family Peace Toolkit series, we did the vital work of identifying the roots of conflict, the unmet needs, the exhaustion, and the iceberg of emotions hidden beneath surface arguments. We laid the intellectual groundwork. If you missed it, the link is in the description below. Today, we move into the practical application. Our topic is proactive communication and de-escalation. We're giving you 3 powerful communication tools that act as argument shields to keep the peace. Most people think communication is about getting their point across. In conflict, that almost guarantees escalation. We talk at each other, not to each other. The true goal of conflict communication isn't agreement, it's connection and understanding. If your child or partner feels understood, their emotional intensity drops dramatically. The brilliant work of communication experts like Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, the founder of Nonviolent Communication, shows us that empathy is the fastest route to de-escalation. So, let's dive into the 3 powerful tools that shift your communication from fighting to connecting. The first tool is perhaps the most difficult to master, but the most rewarding: active listening. Active listening isn't just about waiting for your turn to talk. It's about signaling to the other person that their emotions are valid and their message is important. And there are 2 main techniques we must practice: validation and paraphrasing. Before you can solve a problem, you must validate the emotion. Validation is simply acknowledging the feeling without agreeing with the behavior. When your child is screaming because their sibling used their toy, don't jump in with a lecture about sharing. Instead, use a validating statement like, "I see how angry you are right now. It feels really unfair when someone takes your things." Or, "You seem really frustrated that the tower keeps falling down." By naming the emotion and showing empathy, you immediately diffuse the situation. The child's need for connection and acknowledgement is partially met, and they can then move to the logical part of their brain. The second part of active listening, famously taught by experts like Dr. Thomas Gordon in parent effectiveness training, is paraphrasing. This means repeating back, in your own words, what you think you heard, like when your child says, "I hate school. I don't want to go back tomorrow." One possible way for you to respond is saying something like, "Wow, it sounds like you're having a really tough time at school and you're feeling a lot of stress about going back tomorrow. Is that right?" Paraphrasing back in your own words forces you to listen, and it gives your child the chance to correct you like, "No, Mom, I like school. I just hate the bus ride." Now, the real problem is on the table, and you can solve the right issue. If you've been relying on just telling your kids what to do, try one of these techniques today and tell me how it went in the comments. The second tool is essential for parent-to-parent communication and works beautifully with older kids too: the I statement. When we're stressed, we tend to default to use statements which trigger defensiveness. For example, "You always leave your shoes in the middle of the room. You're so inconsiderate." This is the attack/blame mode. A better approach is the I statement. "I feel frustrated when I trip over your shoes in the entryway because I need the house to be safe and organized." This expresses needs/vulnerability instead of blame. So, what is the key difference? The I statement focuses on your emotion and your unmet need, not the other person's character flaw. It removes the accusation. We learned about unmet needs in part 1. This is where we learn to express them constructively. Think about a common source of parental conflict: screen time. Instead of, "You let them have too much screen time," try, "I feel anxious when I see the kids on tablets right before bed because I need to feel confident that they will get restful sleep." Once your need is expressed without blame, you've created an open door for collaboration, which is the cornerstone of healthy communication. Our final and perhaps most immediately powerful de-escalation tool is the pause button. Every argument has a point of no return. You can feel it, that surge of heat in your chest, the raised voice, the switch from rational thought to pure emotion. That's the moment to hit the pause button. This is where mindfulness and emotional regulation meet. When you feel that surge, you must physically remove yourself from the conversation for a brief time. The steps are simple. Announce the pause. Say, "I am feeling too angry to talk about this nicely right now. I need to take a break." Or, I need to hit my pause button. Define the return. Say, I will be back in 10 minutes, and we can finish this discussion. This gives the other person confidence the issue won't be forgotten. Physically step away, go to another room, breathe deeply, or use a quick sensory technique, like splashing cold water on your face. The pause button isn't about running away from the conflict. It's about giving your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, time to catch up to your amygdala, your emotional brain. This simple, consistent boundary models incredible emotional regulation for your children and prevents you from saying things you'll regret. Do you have a go-to de-escalation technique? Share your pause button ritual in the comments. Today, we armed ourselves with 3 essential tools for proactive communication. We now know how to de-escalate using active listening, how to express our needs constructively with I statements, and how to interrupt arguments using the pause button. These tools are powerful, but what about the recurring issues? In our next video, part 3 of the Family Peace Toolkit series, we'll focus on building a conflict resolution toolkit for structured problem solving, including how to hold effective family meetings. This is where we solve those issues once and for all. If today's tools have given you hope for a calmer home, please consider subscribing to the channel to help promote it and ensure you don't miss part 3. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.